Prestiging has been a part of Call of Duty multiplayer for quite a while now. There was a time when you would reach max level and have to decide to stay that level with all your earned gear, or challenge yourself by starting back at level 1, earning yourself a new emblem, and grinding levels all over again. This sacrifice wasn't made in vain though, as it gifted you with not only bragging rights, but a cool new emblem next to your gamertag, or PSN. Details of prestiging alter game to game, but one thing remains the same.
And his name is John C.
The changing of emblems. In this video, we're going to take a look back and rank each Call of Duty to see which one had the best looking emblems. I'm not going to include this year's Modern Warfare 2, as it just came out, so we haven't seen all it has to offer. This ranking is obviously just my opinion, but if you enjoy, please drop a like and let me know in the comments what you would have changed. Alright, now let's get into it. So in last place at number 14 shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, and that's Sneeze Guard. A lot of things in this game were half-assed, buggy, and showed little to no improvement on any aspect of the franchise, and the emblems in this game are no different. This was an easy one to slide right into last place. At 13 we have Infinite Warfare. Personally, I enjoyed this game. I did. I actually thought it was a lot of fun, but we're not talking about gameplay or guns. We're talking about emblems, and they were lackluster and didn't even remove the skull, they just changed the background. And they didn't even do a good job of that. At number 12, we have WWII. This one I feel kind of bad putting in this spot. So this game, they wanted to make it a little bit grittier and more realistic, so the plain emblems make sense. But compared to the upcoming CODs in this list, they don't measure up. World War II is in the same boat as WWII, although this one is more disappointing because there's a decade between these games and they brought nothing new to the table with this one. So many technological advances were made in the time between these two games, and evidently none of them made their way over to the Sledgehammer office. Now we're getting into some of the good stuff, the top 10. So first off, we have a Call of Duty that a lot of people forget about, and that's COD Ghosts. Say what you want about the gameplay, guns, or maps, but their prestige emblems weren't bad. They start out pretty plain and then gradually get crazier. I'm not sure how many people actually got to max prestige in this game, but these look pretty clean. They do. I wasn't really a fan of Modern Warfare 3 as a whole, and honestly, if it wasn't for Prestige 10's emblem, it probably would be higher. Or lower. No, that's right, higher. Yeah, it would be higher on this list. So this is when it starts to get difficult, because I try to look at the emblems not just aesthetically, but also how and if they left their mark on the franchise. This is where I decided to put Black Ops 3, and that was because it didn't really do anything different or special, but they also weren't bad. They're just middle of the pack looking emblems. Modern Warfare 2's emblem, for the most part, were pretty plain, but they were also a very progressive leap forward from its predecessor. The biggest reason this game is so low on the list though, is how iconic this final prestige emblem is. Something about this skull coin just takes me back to the good old days. You put Cold War lower than Modern Warfare 2? I did, because say what you want about the game, the emblems were awesome. Number 5. Even though these prestige emblems are very plain, they are iconic. 2007's Modern Warfare is the foundation of a great franchise. I remember being in 7th grade playing online on PS3, and when I would join a lobby and see 4 or 5 golden crosses, I'd be like, oh shit, here we go. Number 4, Advanced Warfare. This game stayed with the trend of using a few reference images from previous CODs like the helmet and the bull, but they did a great job of taking these emblems to the future. They're clean, sleek, and just overall really cool. Before we get to the top 3, I want to thank you for watching this far into the video and ask you to drop a like if you're still here. The channel recently hit 100 subs, and I appreciate all the support you've been giving me. And now let's get back to the 3 remaining spots. At number 3 we have Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 got a little too crazy for my taste with some of the guns and the movement. All of that just kind of lost its appeal to me by the time Black Ops 4 came around. although the emblems in this game are badass. I think for many this may be their number one choice, and I can see why. They are all simple designs but are still very unique and definitely made an impact on the game. I think this game set the foundation for what emblems could be and started the transition from being too plain and realistic to what they later morphed into. And now, at the number one spot, I put Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is my all-time favorite Call of Duty, so yes, there's plenty of bias. But the emblems in this game took what it learned from the first of its series and built on it. I remember when I got to 6 Prestige and got that trident with the squid tentacle things. I don't know what it was about that emblem, but I just never wanted to Prestige. So this game for me takes the number one spot. That does it for my ranking of all the Call of Duty emblems. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.